welcome back to House Life Coach, everybody. It's the podcast where we sit down with coaches, leaders, and everyday growth partners to talk about the lessons behind the journey. Today, we are joined by someone whose roots are in sales and marketing. You know that it's a world of targets, conversations, even rejections, trust, and resilience. In this episode, we'll explore how a sales and marketing background can shape coaching, leadership, and communication, and even the way we define success in life. Everybody, meet Coach Noel De Los Reyes. Hi, Noel.
Hi,
Thank you
Coach
for being here.
McKay.
Yes, thank you for being here.
Congratulations on your new ACC
Oh my,
credential.
wow. Thank you for that. Okay, so before we go deeper into your story, okay, let me ask you, how's life, coach?
Very busy,
Oh,
but I'm not complaining. It's filled with blessings and also opportunities. Yeah.
nice. I like that. Blessings and opportunities. So, I mentioned in the intro that your background is in sales and marketing. Can you please take us, we'd like to know you more, okay?
hmm
Can you take us back to your early days in sales and marketing and what drew you into that field?
Okay. Yeah. Well, my background is I'm a frustrated doctor, so I went into since I didn't have the the budget and the finances to get into the medical school, I
Okay.
went into the pharmaceutical sales, no?
Mhm.
So, and I did sales for 10 years, and then I carried the bag as a representative, and then later on got promoted and moved up to become a director and exited the industry as a director for marketing. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. So while you were there, did you enjoy your work as a as a director in marketing?
Well, just like life, it's filled with ups and downs. So, sabihin, especially if you are into sales, you're only good as your last performance.
That's
That's the
right.
truth of being in sales. In marketing, what I love about marketing, it's really forming the strategies, crafting the strategies, and seeing these strategies become actions, no? And eventually help the sales team to greater heights in performance. Yeah, so there's a lot of, um, and that's probably one of the reasons why I got into to coaching because I really want to create good leaders who will lead teams at the end of the day, to avoid, or at least minimize all of this emotions and stress in the workplace. Yeah.
So you're saying that this your work in sales and marketing opened the door for you to go into coaching because you wanted to help your team, develop their leadership
hmm
capabilities and all of that. Okay, so can we say that you found coaching or coaching found you?
That's interesting question. I think coaching found me because I had an early exposure in coaching way back in the 90s when
Oh,
coaching wasn't still the coaching that it is now. It's really more of performance coaching.
mhm.
Goal setting was still the same, so it's still focusing on that. So I got early exposure there. In fact, that's where I met my wife in
Oh,
that community,
nice.
and she was actually my coach. So
Oh, wow. Is she already in the ICF also?
no, 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 she's not in ICF. She did not pursue
Oh,
coaching professionally.
all
She's a
right.
writer. So, yeah, so that's just to answer your question. I think looking back, coaching found me because I was invited to join that group, and then that group opened my eyes and my mind into the world of coaching. And then later on, After I semi-retired in the industry, I took my professional coaching training in leadership in motion and really pursued it from there. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. So you're saying that um coaching found you and then you found your wife, your future wife.
She
Okay.
found me.
Okay, so what part of coaching felt like natural to you because of your sales and marketing background?
Oh yeah. So the sales process is essentially like coaching. It's like a coaching framework. In fact, um, the GROW model is a usual framework that salespeople would use in
Mhm.
doing their sales process.
Mhm.
So they work on a goal, they look at the realities, right, and then opportunities, and then what actions do they have to do. So what needs to change or their will to change, right? So yeah, it's kind of similar. But of
Mhm.
course, as you go into the professional coaching schools, you would really learn more frameworks, right? That would be beyond the grow model. So it's really I was recently reminding myself that when you do a sales call, you're essentially coaching the client or the
Mhm.
customer to look for, well, if you're selling something, to for them to look at your products as their solutions,
Mhm.
as
Okay.
part of the solution, right? But for them to get into really buying your product, it's really unearthing their needs. So it's essentially uh, asking the right questions, just like what we do in coaching, open-ended questions. Then you use your close-ended just to confirm and to
Yeah.
acknowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very, very similar. Yeah.
Okay, let me just circle back a bit. You mentioned
Mm.
that you met your wife and then she was your coach. How was
Mm-hmm.
that? So you were a coach, you experienced coaching in a way, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, in a way. But that at that time, at that at that decade, the
Okay.
coaching approach was different. No?
Yeah.
Well, it was really still, I think it was still grow. And then it was really focused on the goals.
Mhm.
It doesn't really focus so much on the person. It's
Mm.
really so goal oriented. So I think that's the big difference of that model before. Not that I'm saying it's not effective, but to some extent, I think it's not looking towards a person too
Mm.
much. It's really looking at the goals and the realities around, but not the person. And in our coaching right now, the person is, it's the focus of the conversation.
Correct. Yeah. So whether in sales and marketing or whether in coaching, what is one thought, what experience can you recall that taught you an important lesson in life or leadership, whether in coaching
Mm.
or sales and marketing?
Rejections.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So rejections, I mean, anywhere in our lives, no, we always experience rejections anyway. But
Mhm.
particularly in the sales world, or the practice of sales, you'll really encounter a lot of rejections.
Mhm.
Yeah. So to me, if I look back, of course, initially rejections would really make you feel bad. It hurts you to some extent. But I think when you pause and reflect, that's like what we do in coaching. That's when we learn. And right now, I had several rejections in life that if I look back, these are the moments wherein I took personal responsibility.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, to drive me where I am in terms of at that time, in terms of promotion. I got rejected in the promotion because they felt I wasn't ready, but I pursued. I
Mhm.
just continued to show up, and eventually I got it. And then, yeah, so those are examples, and those are big learnings for me, failures and rejections.
Yeah, failures and rejections, but what I'm getting from you is that you persisted, right?
Mhm,
You
mhm.
persisted only because you stopped, you paused and reflected on what the experience meant for you and
Yeah,
what.
and also taking away the impact on your personal, on your to the
Mhm.
person you are.
Yeah,
Meaning it's not a discredit or a minus point to
yeah,
me. But rather it's something that should that is supposed to help me build up from there.
yeah.
Yeah, so ganon. So
So, parang
that
yeah, what you're saying, correct me if I'm wrong. The rejection allowed you to pause and really reflect
mm,
on turn how to turn this um rejection into something like an opportunity for you to, a transformation for you.
yeah. And it's also acknowledging, like, for example, a rejection because I wasn't ready. They were looking for a specific skill or trait.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then now that rejection tells me you need to work on this.
Yeah,
So
right.
instead of saying that I don't have it, then probably it's an opportunity. It's the universe telling me, Noel, you gotta work on this. If you really want this, you need to work on this. No,
Yeah, right.
so yeah, it's like that. So that's why recently, even if I get rejections, it's my perspective towards rejection has changed a lot. Maybe it comes with age. I don't know.
Maybe, but let's not talk about age. Yeah, yeah, but
Mm,
that's rejection. Now, I would like to dovetail that now to what what is your, or what can you recall? Can you recall a particular moment that can describe naman your views about success?
mm. Views about success. Um, well, of course, success brings you happiness, brings you
Mm.
fulfillment, right? But to me, success is just a proof that you showed up, that you did your part. Yeah. So, but also, I don't know, coach, because I'm also a person who doesn't really like celebrations.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
So meron akong ganong paradigm that um, maybe because I was born right after Jesus's birth. So mahirap
Oh, yeah,
maano,
that's why Noel.
mahirap siyang i-upstage, 'di ba? So anyway, so that's why to me celebration is not always like that. But again, success to me, it's just a proof that you showed up. Success is like when I passed my ACC.
Yeah, okay,
That
tell
was
me.
so meaningful for me because actually when I passed it, I was telling my wife and I teared up a bit because I told myself it's a testimony or a testament to all of the efforts that I've put into, all of the learning hours that I have invested in. Um, be it a webinar,
Yes,
or be it all of the
face
webinars,
to
all of
face.
the coaching schools that we have, coaching hours that we have attended to, the coaching that we did, at least for ACC, 100 hours of coaching. And then even I locked myself in purposely for 1 week and talagang I hibernated for a week to prepare for my exam. And it seems that you can relate.
Super can relate. I'm just freshly minted.
Exactly. So that's why I think it's a seal of my commitment. So that's what success would tell me.
So
That
hard
you
work,
have hard work, commitment, not
commitment.
giving up, all of this,
Yeah.
yeah, grit, no. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Yeah, because um I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're all anchored, I think, on the purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Why we're doing what we're doing, right? Yeah, even as a coach, right? We also have our own goals. We also create our own goals. Yeah. And
Yeah.
success is really something na, ooh, nandyan. But when I see you, we will celebrate. We will celebrate, okay? All right. So
Yeah, excited.
yes, what's so good about coaching for you? You can tell us stories if you want,
Mm-hmm.
up to the extent that you can, share the moments
Mm-hmm.
that's for you that makes coaching really something transformative.
Mm-hmm. Well, the number one transformed person when I got into coaching is myself.
Yes.
Yeah, so when I was in the corporate world, I was a perfectionist. I grew up with a father who would really be so obsessive compulsive when it comes to, the neatness, etc. So that's why I grew up in that kind of environment. That's why to me, making mistakes,
Mhm.
um, uh, missing deadlines was really a no-no. But
Mm,
again, when and then I carried that into the corporate world, especially when I took leadership roles because, it and I thought, and this is a very, very, siguro when I got into coaching, it's one of the biggest lessons I've learned that, people are different. People are made differently.
yeah.
In when I was in the corporate world, I would humbly, and that's in quotation marks, propose. I would always say, if I can do it, you can do it.
Uh-huh.
And I thought that was inspirational.
Oh.
But I think the impact it had to some people is that, but we're not like you. We're not you. So we
Mm-hmm.
cannot do what you do.
Mm,
So yeah, so initially I thought it was inspirational, but when I got into coaching, I realized, there are some people who can't, who doesn't really have the skill sets for this.
yeah.
And it doesn't mean that they will not have it. It just means that it
That's
might
where
take
they
them
are.
that's where they are. So
Mm.
so like when we get into coaching, diba, we say that we meet where the client is, no? So we cannot just tell them that, it's so easy, just do it this way, blah,
Ah,
blah, blah. So that's not coaching at all. So that's why when I got into coaching, that's the number one person who transformed
mm,
um, coaching was me, at least
yeah.
for myself, no? Even my family noticed that when I did this professionally because, I mean, as a young coach, young,
Mm.
young in the industry,
Yeah.
um, yeah. So I think I'm really still learning a lot and still learning and trying to discover my style of coaching.
Mhm.
And yeah, and then probably another part is that I got into coaching because I really want to create or help leaders to be better leaders. In my experience and history in the corporate, I've reported to several leaders and bosses. Of course, they're so different.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's why, the impact that they have on people would also be different.
Yep. Yeah. So
Mhm.
the transformation for you is real, right?
Real and, of course, I would only feel the transformation I have for myself, but of course, with clients, I also got feedback also from some clients that, like this particular client of mine who told me, when I become a coach, if I become a professional coach, I will be like you. You will be my model.
Oh.
So my modesty aside, I felt I was gonna melt in my seat when that person said that to me because I thought I wasn't making a difference.
Yeah. Wow.
Mm.
That's all I can say. Wow. Really? 'Di ba? Yung testaments like that, you're
Mhm.
just have to say thank you for the opportunity,
Yeah,
right?
I didn't know what to say.
Yeah, that's right.
And
Wow.
ipasok ko pa yung I'm not used to getting compliments and not, so I was, really?
Oh. So parang growing up,
Mm,
compliments are not. Well, it could be you could receive it, but is it that you didn't know how to receive compliment or you didn't want?
Yeah, it was really more of, it wasn't a culture in our household,
Mm.
probably. It wasn't, I grew up with, you know, parents who came from the boomer generation.
Mhm.
So they, how they are. I mean, I don't, nothing
Yeah.
against them. I love them so dearly. But it's really more of the way they express or the way
Mhm.
that they don't express.
Oh, yeah. Correct. Yeah, that's true.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not really me depriving myself of that. It is that because it wasn't the
Part.
environment I grew
Yeah.
up in. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, that's true.
hmm
Right, right. Nice. So if there is someone who is curious about
Mm.
coaching, okay, or about wanting to be coached, okay, what would you want them to understand about coaching? Just one thing. What would you want them to understand about coaching?
If there's one thing that I want them to understand, it's just that you have the solution to your
Yeah,
challenge. Yeah. So the coach is just there to help you, remove all of this um, noise around you, I mean, and it just to make things clearer, a bit clearer for you. Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't have to be such a big thing, diba? So sometimes, just like what I told you, that particular client of mine, I just told that person that if you recall an event in your life when you were younger, was there something that you can recall that is quite similar?
mhm, mhm.
And they connected right away to that
Yeah.
simple instance. And yeah, so that's it. So it was really more of, oh yeah, I'm just creating another me in my daughter. Yeah.
Yeah, so parang that particular question evoked an awareness on the part of the coachee that you were having at that particular time. Yeah.
I think I mean, I wasn't that question just came into my mind
Uh,
while I was listening, and I didn't expect that it's gonna be the pivotal point in that conversation
that's
for
the
that
word
client.
point. Yeah. In powerful questions, no? And we get it because we listen. We give
Mm-hmm.
we provide the space and our presence there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that alone is something that many people, I hope, I sincerely hope, would find the time to understand, no? That this is
Mm-hmm.
something that we coaches offer and that it's very transformative, not only to them, but as you said on point, as
Mm-hmm.
coaches, diba?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, so powerful. Okay, so now let's go to our segment, our three-in-one segment. Um,
Kinakabahan sa 3-in-1
oh,
na yan.
no, no, no. Uh, we're having fun. I am enjoying how we're exchanging you sharing to us your story about how you became a coach. Okay, so maybe I can just ask something personal. Name three
Mm.
important dates in your life and why are these important?
Ah, madali yan. The date I got married, the
Okay.
date I got my first kid, my daughter, and then the date that I got my son.
Oh, yeah.
So all of the important people in my life.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you for that. And for our surprise question, one question lang. Who would you consider as a hero, your hero? Whether in the
Mm.
sales and marketing world that you were in, or in coaching, or in your family. Who would be a
Mhm.
hero for you and why?
In my family, I would give it Taino. So I would give it to my mother, because I think my mother was the one who really, not to discredit my dad. I love my dad also, but to me, my mother was the one who really uh, did everything to make us survive, to make us who trusted me. I remember one time when the first time I got drunk when I was in
Oh,
my
this is
when I,
interesting.
when I was training in my sales job.
Uh-huh.
I think it was the last week of our training. Then we celebrated. I got drunk for the first time in my life. And then I got home. My mom was there. Uh, I just told her, "Mommy, I can't do this anymore. I can't drink. Blah blah blah." All she said was, "That's part of the job."
Yeah.
And that up to now, I still would remember that. No, so yeah, parang she was just there not to scold me, not to tell me, oh, ba't ka lasing? Bakit ka umuwi ng
Yeah.
lasing? But she was there. That's part of your job.
Yeah.
So, and then one of my heroes naman in sales was my very first uh, GM in my first company.
Mhm.
He was the first leader who told me a lesson that I still remember up to now. He said, "Bloom where you're planted. Show them your
Oh,
worth."
I love that. I love that.
At that time, sabi ko, ano yun?
Yeah, I
But
love
later
that.
on, no, later on, yeah, so when I got a little older and wiser, yeah, that's the most valuable thing that I learned actually from a professional. No? Yeah, so yeah, there. And yeah, so those are the heroes that I consider in my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Powerful, powerful, Coach Noel. So at this juncture, oh, I will use your term.
Hindi sa
Private,
akin yun, kay Gigi, kay Coach
okay.
Gigi. Yeah.
Private joke, ladies and gentlemen, about the term
Yes.
at this juncture. Okay, so
Oh, the entire ICF will know.
yeah. Okay, so at this part of the podcast, we'd like to know your social media accounts, Coach Noel, so that people can reach out to you.
Well, you can reach out. You can find me in LinkedIn. I have my profile there, Noel de los Reyes. It's under my business consultancy company called Work and Progress. And
Oh,
then I'm also in Facebook. I do have some other social media accounts, but that's really more personal.
yeah.
Yeah.
And what about Leadership in Motion?
Of course, Leadership in Motion. I'm part of Leadership in Motion. I'm part of the leadership team there. And I'm just happy that I'm serving the community. And that's why I always find it um, such a good experience to train coaches and aspiring coaches at that particularly. And also learn from them. I learn a lot from them. That's why I keep on staffing in our cohorts. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice, nice. Thank you very much. So, Coach Noel, thank you for sharing your story with us, your sales
Thank you
journey,
too.
your coaching journey, and the lessons that shaped the way you coach today. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach McKay, and congratulations again on your ACC.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And to our listeners, we hope this episode reminds you that growth often begins with a conversation, the kind that challenges you, encourages you. Sometimes it could even be one phrase or one word, like what Coach Noel shared, bloom where you're planted. The kind that challenges you, it encourages you, helps you see yourself more clearly. If this episode spoke to you, please share it with someone who might need a little coaching today. And until next time, this has been your host, Coach Makai Quadra, how's your house life coach, and I am your host, Coach Makai, moving hearts with you. Thank you.